Hey everyone, this is Sam Isle from Liberty Region, Philadelphia, PA, coming back at you on Livestream, and I am here with
Hannah Albert from Lake Ontario Region, Toronto, Canada.
IC has been amazing so far. I've had so much fun seeing all my friends, meeting new friends, and just doing all of the programming that has happened so far. Now, I know that tonight we've got a special treat for everyone.
Opening ceremonies is going to be amazing. We have speakers, and every single teen is going to be the most hyped that they will ever be. They're going to be all decked out in their spirit, and you have the chance to watch it right from the comfort of your own home.
Right now, we are going to be switching over to plenaries, to opening ceremonies where regions are going to be introducing themselves. There's going to be speakers. It's going to be such a great time. The energy is going to be through the roof. I know I cannot wait.
I'm definitely excited.
All right, well, you guys tune in right now, and you guys are going to see just a little bit, or well, you actually are going to see the whole thing of what all of the excitement is all about. So we will see you later. I'm Sam.
I'm Hannah.
Enjoy.
So pull me closer, why don't you pull me close? Why don't you come on over? I can just let you go. Oh, baby. Why
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Today, February 14th, marks the one-year anniversary of the tragic shooting in Parkland, Florida. Prior to the start of our opening ceremonies, we invite our delegates from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School to the stage for a special tribute.
שבת אחים גם יחד.
Hi, my name is Haley Siegel, and I'm a senior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
My name is Emily Bernstein, and I am a senior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
My name is Andrea Hengber, and I'm a senior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
My name is Dara Gottlieb, and I'm a junior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
My name is Charlie Goodman, and I am a junior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
My name is Sophie, and I'm a senior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
On this day, 1 year ago, a gunman came into our high school and killed 17 students and teachers. The next day, while funerals were being planned and people were recovering in hospitals, myself and 8 other students of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas traveled to BBYO's International Convention in Orlando. We were in shock and we were grieving, and we needed to be in a place full of love. Thank you for being there for us. The amount of love and support we received last year was unforgettable and truly a blessing. With all of your support, we were able to cope for those few days. That day, February 14th, 2018, changed everything. It put us in a club that we never wanted to be a part of, those who have survived a mass shooting. Like the survivors of Columbine in Colorado, which took place 20 years ago this April, we have to live with the sounds, the images, and the nightmares that no child should have to endure.
Our beautiful city, unknown to the rest of the world, which could only be described as a Norman Rockwell painting, was now at the forefront of every news report in the country. These senseless tragedies have to end here. We will not be silenced. We will not let our 17 angels die in vain. Like Elie Wiesel said, never again.
As we remember the horrific events that unfolded 1 year ago, we want to thank the BBYO community for being a supportive and safe home for us to lean on in the most turbulent of times. From the support we have received over the past year, I feel like we have been lifted up from the depths of our tragedy and can now lead our lives proudly and hopefully. So once again, thank you, BBYO.
We could let fear and sorrow engulf us, but we won't. The shooting at our high school has unleashed a powerful wave of action. We have fostered strong relationships with elected officials. We have changed laws, and we have held rallies and protests throughout the United States and the world as a whole, engaging millions in the fight for change. BBYO members led many of these efforts, even crafting our own Safe Schools initiative. Yet, since the shooting at our high school, there have been 335 mass shootings in the United States, resulting in the losses of 376 people.
Our tragedy cast a huge cloud of sadness, sorrow, and fear that has forever changed our idyllic little town of Parkland. But rather than let this sadness, sorrow, and fear engulf us, much less define us, Parkland and the survivors immediately began taking action to not only heal our community, but to prevent this from happening anywhere else. And we can all help. Like most tragic events in history, it is essential that we never forget. But more importantly, we must proclaim that it is our turn. We all need to work together so this never happens again.
In Jewish tradition, we light a candle on the yahrzeit, the anniversary of someone's passing, to replenish the light and serve as a remembrance of the departed soul. Please join us in remembering these beautiful souls by illuminating the room with the light bulb from our cell phones. As we stand here in silence, surrounded by the light, take a moment to yourself to think about the goodness you can do in memory of our 17 friends. We are the future of the Jewish community. AZA and BBG are only the beginning. So let's shine our lights together as a powerful symbol of remembrance and an indication that together we can all bring light and love into the future.
What happened a year ago today is unimaginable and should never happen again. May every person lost to gun violence serve as a blessing and inspiration to our continued advocacy efforts. May we remember them every day, and may their legacy forever live on through our dedication to the movement.
בכל דור ודור. חייב אדם לראות את עצמו
כאילו יצא ממצרים.
In every generation,
We all must see ourselves as if we left Egypt.
As if we stood at the foot of Mount Sinai.
As if we ourselves had built a promised land.
as if we had to fight for our right to be included.
As if we ourselves were liberated from Birkenau.
As if we ourselves were children separated from our family.
As if we ourselves lost our lives to gun violence.
Our tradition compels us beyond Shabbat candles and fasting once a year. It is a daily practice of our chief obligation as Jewish people.
Empathy. In every generation.
Our people have stood up with the strongest within us for the weakest among us.
In every generation.
We remind ourselves to never forget, not just through their stories, but with our actions.
In every generation.
We work to strengthen Israel as a vibrant democracy.
Inspired by Judaism and shaped by the value of independence.
In every generation. We welcome the strangers because we were the strangers.
We stand today with the brightest minds and the bravest hearts of the Jewish people to say together.
It's our turn.
Es nuestro momento.
Wir sind an der Reihe.
זה התור שלנו.
We look around and we see a world calling our name.
A world that needs leaders.
A world that needs trailblazers.
A world that needs
Us. We are the Olive Sadiq Olive.
And we are the B'nai B'rith girls.
This is our platform and has been for nearly 100 years.
To make the world a better place.
And as we stand here today,
80,000 strong across 650 chapters in 50 countries.
At this pivotal moment in time,
we declare that we will not stand idly by.
That we will not let history repeat itself.
Our Zionism will reflect the best of the Jewish people.
and that we're ready to roll up our sleeves and get to work.
The problems we have to tackle are big, but our dreams are bigger.
We have the tools.
We know how to speak our minds.
Call our representatives.
Raise funds.
Spread awareness and education.
Band together to make a meaningful difference.
In every generation, we must see ourselves as if we left Egypt.
And in this generation, we see ourselves as the ones to end school shootings.
As the ones to guarantee equal rights for every person.
As the ones to build safe homes for all.
We are not obligated to fix every problem in the world.
But what a gift we've been given to be able to contribute to our legacy with action.
Let us show the world what teens like us can do. We will show compassion.
We will be brave.
We will show up.
Because that is what we have always done. And what we will continue to do.
This is for every Jewish teen.
And every person.
From anywhere.
And everywhere.
And even for those who are not yet here.
This is our movement.
This is our world.
Now it's our turn.
Brother Olives and Sister B'nai B'rith girls, BBYO friends and family from around the world, please welcome to the stage our hosts for BBYO International Convention 2019, the presidents of BBYO's Rocky Mountain region. Hailing from Judge Saul Pinchik, AZA number 6, Rhett Fruitman. And making Celeste Global Anniversary Year BBG number 1210 proud, Hannah Hutner.
Ruhim Habayim BBYO!
Welcome to Denver! It's our greatest pleasure to welcome you, our brothers and sisters from across our global movement, to BBYO's International Convention in the great state of Colorado for the first time. While Denver's Jewish community is one of the fastest growing in the United States, BBYO's Rocky Mountain region's legacy includes nearly a century of BBYO tradition. Denver hosts some of the oldest orders and most historic chapters. 6. Many of our members are 3rd and 4th generation Olives and B'nai B'rith girls.
Rocky Mountain region and its 500 AZA and BBG members in 15 chapters are so proud to host the greatest gathering of our fraternity and sorority to date. Our community has worked very hard over the last year to ensure that this is our movement's strongest international convention yet. It's an honor to have all of you in our hometown.
As your host community, we promise to show up in a very big way, and our chapters definitely delivered. We're proud to be joined by more than 200 Olives and BBGs from across Colorado and New Mexico, including dozens of 8th graders enjoying their first glimpse of the power of the BBYO movement this evening.
We want to enthusiastically welcome the hundreds of community leaders and honored guests in attendance tonight, all of whom have played an important role in making IC 2019 possible. Thank you to our local Jewish organizations, synagogues, clergy, and parents for all that you've done to support our efforts ahead of IC 2019. It is clear to us how lucky we are to be growing up in such a committed, generous, and passionate Jewish community.
But first, it's our esteemed honor to introduce the two people who have made this incredible moment possible.
All that you will experience in Denver comes from the imagination and hard work that our two international convention coordinators have put forth to build this unprecedented experience.
Hailing from Reuben Kaplan AZA number 841 of North Texas, Oklahoma, your 94th Grand Olive Sagan, Aiden Jacoby.
And representing Renan BBG number 2534 of Lone Star Region, your 74 Siganit, Emily Kolodny.
AZA and BBG, how you doing tonight? It's great to finally be with y'all in Denver.
We're so excited to see all of you here with us tonight. You represent the vibrancy of our global movement, now stronger than ever.
A year ago in Orlando, we proclaimed that together, teens across the globe would work as one team to advance society. Little did we know then how often that would be the case. As a movement, as Jews, and as a force of change, we have proclaimed to the world just how powerful a generation of young people can be.
Our voice grows stronger each and every day. That's because our movement continues to grow. We're more than 80,000 Jewish teens strong across more than 650 chapters globally. Over the last 12 months, we've planted the BBYO flag down in a number of new communities and countries, embracing new friends and forever making the BBYO family greater. The BBYO global movement is now 50 countries strong, with new opportunities on the horizon.
In fact, this year we're celebrating a very special anniversary. This spring marks 10 years of BBYO's work in Turkey. While we have newly active chapters in Istanbul, our primary home for the last decade has been the remarkable ancient community of Izmir, where our chapter Liga is home.
Stalwart participants of IC, BBYO Liga members are always with us at Perlman or in Israel during the summer, serve on the International Leadership Network, and serve as prominent voices in the movement. Later this year, we will launch BBYO's first ambassador's journey to Izmir to visit our friends in their hometown, where their community will inaugurate a brand new 4-story building for the chapter's programming and activities.
With 10 delegates here at International Convention 2019, we'd like to invite our Turkish delegation to accept this plaque as a gesture of our permanent commitment to Liga and the Jewish teen community of Turkey.
Thank you. In Izmir, we're a small community of 1,000 Jews. BBYO is our community's connection to the global Jewish teens in our community, and we're so grateful to be part of the BBYO family.
Over the last 10 years, BBYO Liga has become a fully involved chapter within the international order. Our teens are at IC, BBYO summer programs in Israel with BBYO, and serve in international leadership roles all year round.
Participating in Global Shabbat and J-Serve are the highlights of our year. We are so proud of to be Aleph and B'nai B'rith girls.
On behalf of this year's entire international delegation, we would like to especially thank the Denver Jewish community for their generous hospitality over the last week. It was amazing and we are very grateful.
Tonight, we celebrate 10 years and we're looking forward to even greater future more with BBYO. Please come and visit us in Turkey. Thank you.
Teşekkür ederiz.
Thank you to Bettina and Burke and the entire Turkey community. May you always thrive with free and joyous hearts and leap from strength to strength, always in peace and never alone. You are forever a part of the BBYO global family.
Our larger than ever global community of delegates represents only one of the dozens of program enhancements that we're proud of at IC this year. Some highlights that we're excited about include that we're now simulcasting our plenaries in 4 languages: English, Hebrew, Spanish, and Russian. We have more than 50 national and international brand partners, a robust delegate wellness support operation, and dozens of opportunities to really see Colorado.
Additionally, you'll be the first to experience the BBG at 75 exhibit, hang out in the BBG lounge, and very soon celebrate the official launch of BBG's 75th year and the legacy of Anita M. Perlman. Trust us, it's going to be epic.
As we begin tonight's program, we want to send warm greetings to the tens of thousands of people joining us tonight via Facebook Live and watching on our YouTube broadcast in JCCs, synagogues, and living rooms across the globe.
To all those Jewish teens who are not yet Aleph and B'nai B'rith girls watching, know that this is your community too. For us, the theme of convention, Our Turn, includes your voice. We can't wait to share all that BBYO has to offer. You can make this movement your own, and we want you at our side next year as proud Alephs and BBGs.
Never too many, never too strong. Since our order's founding 95 years ago, the greatest gift we can provide any teen is to invite them to be a part of our movement and show them how they can enrich themselves and the Jewish community through BBYO.
We're growing up in an unprecedented time in history. Like generations of Alephs and BBGs before us, we champion leadership that is boldly inclusive, respects pluralism, encourages compassion, and expects personal responsibility. The world is changing quickly, and we will not watch world events unfold without us. This week, we'll explore many ways as to how we can make a bigger impact than ever before.
This is our movement, our world, our turn.
Your IC steering committee has brought together a top-notch cast of game changers to be with us over the next 4 days. Hundreds of role models, experts, and influencers will spend time working with us, face-to-face, hand-in-hand, to help us build our future. These leaders represent a myriad of communities, faiths, races, ages, abilities, and geographies. As we, AZA and BBG, ascend and take the reins of global leadership, we must do so alongside all people. United together, forever as one, we are able to do the most good.
But first, we celebrate. Tonight, the Grand Order of the Aleph Sadiq Aleph marks the beginning of our 95th year as the Jewish people's largest fraternal order. Forever and today, welcome AZA.
And this evening, we celebrate our 75th year of unparalleled sisterhood between strong and visionary women of the International Order of the B'nai B'rith Girls. I proudly pledge to thee, welcome BBG.
Together, we will bring out the best in one another. This is our movement.
Humanity needs us to push forward, ready to lift those who need lifting, protect those who need protection, and repair society where it is broken. This is our world.
As our ancestors did for us, we are working to secure a vibrant Jewish future and a better world for all people that we will pass on to our own children. This is the legacy of our time in AZA and BBG. This is our turn.
AZA and BBG, we couldn't be more inspired. The next 5 days will be packed with learning, laughter, transformation, deep meaning, and a lot of fun. There's never been a better time to be in BBYO.
Welcome to Denver.
It is now our pleasure to introduce the leaders of our movement, both present day and from across decades of vision and action.
Please join us in welcoming all AZA and BBG International Board alumni here with us tonight.
And your 74th International Nicaea, hailing from LLBBG number 1863 of Central Region West, Noga Hurwitz.
And your 94th Grand Aleph Gadol, hailing from North Shore BBYO number 5398 of New England Region, Mason Quintero.
Hello, BBYO, and welcome to International Convention 2019.
Noga and I are thrilled to welcome you to Denver. For both of us, it has been a real privilege to travel across North America and throughout the world over the last year, spending time with so many of you as you build your chapters and strengthen your communities. When we began our roles as your Grand Aleph Gadol and International Nicaea, we were told that we would have a unique perspective on the health of the movement. It gives us great pride to tell all of you here and the world watching from home, AZA and BBG are stronger than ever. We have much to celebrate, and we've never been better positioned to elevate our movement further in the months and years to come.
We bring you greetings and well wishes from membership worldwide. We have been blown away by the commitment AZA and BBG members are exhibiting in every community and country we visit. We have seen firsthand the difference that BBYO is making in the lives of thousands of teens. We're enriching the lives of some teens while giving purpose to the lives of others. We're instilling confidence in our countless aspiring leaders, providing the most compelling platform for unaffiliated and under-affiliated Jewish families, and we're bringing deep meaning into the lives of Jewish teens everywhere.
As an ever-growing worldwide movement, AZA and BBG have served as platforms from which teens like us can do great things. From here, we can pursue our dreams, influence world events, and discover who we are in a safe, supportive, and empowering environment.
Standing here before all of you, we are humbled by our roles.
the legacies of those who have served before us, and are deeply grateful for the trust that all of you that have put in us to represent you well and be your combined voice across the movement and around the world. Legends and role models in their own right, these BBYO alumni have served on AZA's Grand Board and BBG's international boards at various points in our order's history. Because of their contributions, our order has endured, flourished, and thrived without end. These exemplars of AZA and BBG's values and principles have prepared us to embrace the next class of Aleph and B'nai B'rith girls and continue an unbreakable chain of Jewish tradition that has sustained for thousands of years. To our brother Alephs and sister B'nai B'rith girls that stand here with us this evening, we are so grateful that you have returned to IC, and we hope that you'll join us in inspiring more alumni to reconnect with Alephs and B'nai B'rith girls today.
And when these individuals happen to stick around and stay involved as a volunteer, an educator, as a professional, and as a community partner, they're able to even more deeply enrich what BBYO is doing for Jewish teens, the Jewish people, and society at large. Rabbi Emily Hyatt is one of these rare individuals.
A founding and lifetime member of Neshama BBG number 165, right here in Denver, Emily was elected to serve as BBG's 59th International ASIA in 2003, just as BBYO was heading out of its as a newly established independent organization. Since then, Emily has served in a wide variety of roles, building BBYO into the power that it is today. As part of the team here in Rocky Mountain region, as an advisor for the International BBG Board, as a pillar of our Jewish learning at Perlman Camp, and as a Jewish educator for the global movement. This past fall, she returned home to Denver to serve as the assistant rabbi at Temple Emmanuel, one of America's largest synagogues. Always an inspiring source of Jewish wisdom to Alephs and B'nai B'rith girls everywhere, please join us in welcoming Rabbi Emily to issue this year's AZA and BBG Call to Action and Convection Benediction.
Good evening, BBYO! Man, this is cool! In Denver, you're my people in my home! This is a beautiful sight. Let me tell you about this week's Torah portion, because I'm a rabbi and I have to. Let me tell you. In this week's Torah portion, we are given a very important instruction. We are told, "Ata tetzaveh et b'nei Yisrael v'yichu elecha shemen zach ketit lemeor laha'alot ner tamid," which means, you shall further instruct the Israelites to bring you clear oil of beaten olives for lighting, for kindling the lamps regularly. This is the commandment that we have to light the Ner Tamid, the everlasting flame that you see in so many synagogues around the world hanging in front of the ark where the Torah is. But what is a Ner Tamid? What is a Ner? A Ner is a candle. On Shabbat, we say Lahadlik Ner Shel Shabbat. On Hanukkah, we say Lahadlik Ner Shel Chanukah. But it's not just a physical candle, it's also the spiritual light that is in every single one of you. So that's Ner. What's Tamid? Tamid, most of the rabbis say that it means constantly or consistently. Based on the modern Hebrew, Tamid means always. It's never extinguished. And in the Midrash, it explains that even though the fire is perpetual, it even goes so far to say that it burns evening and morning and evening again. On a wall in a cellar in Cologne, Germany, it was written, "I believe in the sun even when it is not shining. That is the light that cannot ever be extinguished. So what's the difference in these two lights? The one is the light that cannot be extinguished, but there's a different kind of light, tamid, that we learn about, which is a light that has to be constantly rekindled every day. It doesn't exist in perpetuity. We have to light it. What does that tell us? It tells us that as BBYO alumni, friends, and members, we know deep in our souls that we are the keepers of the light. The light that never goes out is our gift. It's not a responsibility, but the light that has to be rekindled is one that we have to work for, and it is our turn in this room to be the bearers of that light. And so tonight, on behalf of your alumni, your staff, your volunteers, your parents, your community, your friends, it is your turn to light that light. You have to light it for the Brother Alepht's and Sister B'nai B'rith girls around the order, for those who are here in this room, for those who are at home, for those who are not yet here, and for those who are working for and with you, across from you, alongside of you, so that you can build a better tomorrow. I want you to light it for the hundreds of thousands of alumni around the world. The path they have paved for you to walk on and the legacy they have built for you is strong. Light it for your home countries around the world. For Israel, your homeland. Light it. Light it for the immigrant. Light it for the student. Light it for the successful and the downtrodden, those in pain and those in need, for those who are sick and those who are suffering, for those who are fighting and for those who are winning, for those who are different from you and for those who are exactly the same but still desperately need you and your light to give them strength. But most of all, light it for your children. The ones you can't even imagine yet, the next generations of Alepht's and B'nai B'rith girls who will be here in this theater, or I don't know, at the Pepsi Center, in a giant stadium, 50 years from now, with their own light that cannot be extinguished. Let me tell you one thing. Here's the secret of the Ner Tamid. God commanded it, but God does not need the light. It is for us. And so, as we open this international convention, we pray, Eloheinu ve'Elohei kol dorotenu, our God and God of every generation, grant us the power to kindle the Ner Tamid. Tonight and every night, we are taught, let our light penetrate the darkness until the darkness itself becomes light. And there is no longer a division between the two, because it is written, there is evening and there is morning, the first day. This is the first day. The first day of International Convention 2019, the first day of your time here in Denver, and so let there please be light.
Thank you so much, Emily. We are proud to call you our Sister B'nai B'rith girl and look forward to continuing to host you as an educator at BBYO Global Gatherings often. Thank you for your wisdom, your passion, and your unwavering support for all that we do.
And as we celebrate giants from our movement's past, we would like to take a moment to honor this year's AGA and BBG Alumni of the Year.
For the first time in BBYO's history, our alum and alumna of the year are father and daughter, Larry and Courtney Mizell. Larry Mizell got his start in leadership in AZA in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He described AZA as his social outlet, a place where he could be with other Jewish kids, play basketball, and have a good time. Since then, Larry has become known across Colorado and around the world for his success in business, role in politics, and leadership of numerous charitable causes. His contributions to the Jewish world are many, including serving as chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Simon Wiesenthal Center. He plays a leading role in establishing the Museum of Tolerance in Jerusalem, where he is this evening. He has also been a leading supporter of education and the arts in Denver through his roles in establishing the Meisel Museum and the Meisel Arts and Culture Center.
Representing Larry and his family this evening is Courtney Meisel, to whom we are honored to bestow the BBG Alumna of the Year Award. Courtney's BBG experience took place in Denver, Colorado. After attending Wharton Business, she moved to LA where she currently resides. Her leadership roles in that community are many, including the Jewish Federation of Los Angeles and the Zimmer Children's Museum. She is also the founder of EndWorldTerror.com, an organization aimed at educating the world about terrorism. Her expertise in this subject matter led her to establish The Cell in Denver, an interactive learning experience committed to helping individuals and organizations combat terrorism. Courtney, it is our honor to present this award to you and your father.
Thank you. It is such an honor to be here, especially because my leadership journey began right here in Colorado as a member of Array of BBG 201 of the Rocky Mountain region. And as many people of my generation and generations before us look out into the future and worry, I look here tonight with full confidence because the people I see here and the commitment I see from all of you just for showing up is really, really extraordinary. And as I look at all of you, including my two children, Zoe and Izzy, who are here tonight, I want to say that I am proud and I am honored and I also am confident in the future. And yes, to all of you, it is your turn. Thank you.
We feel so lucky that our BBYO experience has included the opportunity to work with so many extraordinary Aleph and B'nai B'rith girls to build BBYO International Convention 2019. We also want to thank our incredible team of professional and volunteer staff and advisors, whose immense amount of hard work and support has helped to make this convention possible. It's been a blast to plan and a team effort every step of the way.
Our movement's biggest moment so far wouldn't have been possible without the nearly 300 Alephs and B'nai B'rith girls that serve on the 2019 IC Steering Committee. It is our pleasure to introduce them to you now. Each of their communities can be very proud as to how they have helped shape IC 2019.
One hand on my shoulder, get a little bit.
AZA and BBG, it is our distinct pleasure to join with you in welcoming here tonight one of BBYO's biggest heroes of all time, Lynn Schusterman.
We know that many of you have heard about Lynn and all that she and her husband Charles, an alumnus of Feinberg-Rubin AZA in Tulsa, Oklahoma, did to save BBYO from collapse and lead us into independence from B'nai B'rith 18 years ago. Lynn is responsible for the reason that BBYO is existing and thriving today. For as long as we can remember, teens we look up to around the world would celebrate Lynn as an enduring example of communal leadership and righteousness. As we reflect on all that BBYO has become over the last 2 decades because of Lynn's commitment to our movement and Jewish teens, it is our honor to share this pivotal moment in BBYO's history with our newest generations of Alepht's and B'nai B'rith girls.
In 2001, I served as BBYO's 56th International Nasiya. Facing financial challenges, BBYO's parent organization left the movement in bad shape. At that time, it wasn't clear that there would be a 57th International Nasiya. We needed a miracle and we needed it fast. At the time, I began to hear about this woman, Lynn Schusterman, who was working behind the scenes to establish BBYO as an independent organization. I often wondered what Lynn saw in us at that moment. BBYO is a shell of what it is now. Believe it or not, International Convention consisted of about 300 teens and took place at the end of the summer at Perlman Camp. As Lynn got involved in bringing BBYO independent from B'nai B'rith in the early 2000s, the Schusterman Family Foundation was becoming a force in Jewish philanthropy. The foundation was already making a major investment in Hillel and was exploring opportunities to reach the post-college audience. Always a visionary, Lynn saw a pluralistic pathway for Jewish youth from bar mitzvah to campus to young adulthood. This was the beginning of an unprecedented number of philanthropic investments that have reshaped the Jewish community. When things were their most challenging for BBYO in 2002, Lynn put her heart, soul, and philanthropy into launching an independent BBYO and has never left our side since. One of the things I love most about Lynn is throughout the years she came to so many of our programs and went out of her way to meet so many teens. And of course, she left an impression on us all.
Lynn, we know that you just celebrated your 80th birthday, and we are honored you have joined us here tonight. We are only here because of you, and for that, we are forever grateful. Whether by coincidence or design, the values of our movement align with so many of your values. For your birthday, we wanted to do something to show you that your values have guided us and will always be a part of who we are as a movement.
We know that an important issue for you is that decency must exist between people in order for our society, and it must be rooted in safety, respect, and equity of people regardless of gender, race, capability, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic status.
This afternoon, we reviewed the pledge put forth by one of your latest initiatives, the Safety, Respect, and Equity Coalition. We decided that we are going to adopt it and make it permanently a part of the pledges that teens take when they become members of AZA, BBG, and BBYO. Our international executive body voted today to make this promise permanent, which will ensure that these values that you hold dear will forever be a part of the character of BBYO's hundreds of thousands of members to come in years in the future.
We are so proud to do this in your honor. Thank you for being a light and an inspiration to us all. And now, we would like every person in this room to join us in singing happy birthday to Lynn Schusterman. Lynn, will you join us on stage?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lynn. Happy birthday to you. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach.
When one gets to be 80, one has the privilege for just a few moments of sharing a few words of wisdom about what has guided me to be here tonight with all of you, where I'm so proud of you because I want to share a couple of quotes from a couple of people that had been role models for me. One of them was Elie Wiesel. And Elie Wiesel had a quote, and there is a statue of a man sitting on a bench in Berlin reading a newspaper. And the quote is, "Indifference kills." So when I hear tonight about the pledges that you're making on gun safety, I am so proud of each and every one of you. And another quote is from a very famous man named Dr. Seuss, because he said, unless you care, it's not going to happen. It's not. And the third one is by Golda Meir, who said, we never did this alone. So when I look at each and every one of you tonight, and I don't want to cry, because it is like a dream come true, and I could not ask for a better 80th birthday than to be here with each and every one of you. Shalom, you all. I love you so much, and I have such hope in the future for you. But I have two more things I have to say. First of all, I have to thank Matt. I met Matt when he was 24 years old, and I knew what a special person he would. And so I want to also thank Sandy Carden, who's been by my side for the last 24 years as president of the foundation, and my daughter Stacy, who's going to take over. And I want to just really tell you that I say something and people get tired of hearing me say that. I may make it possible by writing a check, but I am counting, for just a moment, on each and every one of you to make it happen, to take us forward, not only into the 21st century, but the 22nd century, to make this a safer, more inclusive, and better world for each and every one of us as we go forward. Shalom and thank you.
For 75 years, the B'nai B'rith Girls has been a sisterhood for young Jewish women committed to their heritage, their faith, their power, and their desire to make a difference in this world.
This year, we will celebrate the 75th anniversary of the founding of the B'nai B'rith Girls by Anita M. Perlman. We are honored to be joined tonight by members of the Perlman family, including Anita's son Ted and his wife Harriet.
Tomorrow, during our Leads plenary, we're going to pay tribute to Anita and all that she stood for. But tonight, we have a very special announcement to make.
This evening, several members of the Perlman family are with us to kick off the 75th year anniversary celebration of the B'nai B'rith Girls and highlight our founder, Anita Perlman, and her enduring legacy. As we prepare for this moment, Ted recently informed us of some very special news.
To honor his mother's role in starting the B'nai B'rith Girls 75 years ago, Ted and Harriet have decided to make a beautiful gift to BBYO. This is the largest one-time gift BBYO has received in its history and is one of the largest philanthropic investments made in teen leadership ever. Ted and Harriet are establishing the Anita M. Perlman Women's Leadership Initiative with a gift of $25 million.
In addition to providing ongoing support for BBYO, this gift will serve as BBYO's first ever major endowment gift and the beginning of a multi-million-dollar campaign ensuring that BBYO has the financial resources it needs to thrive and serve Jewish teens forever.
Tomorrow morning, we will have an opportunity to hear from Ted, learn about the initiative, and thank the entire Perlman family. But for now, we want to thank and express our deepest gratitude. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for ensuring that young Jewish women will forever have a home in the B'nai B'rith Girls, and for guaranteeing that BBYO will always be a platform for young Jewish women everywhere.
BBYO, please welcome back your IC 2019 coordinators and international Siganim, Aiden Jacoby and Emily Kolodny.
AZA and BBG, are you ready to play?
Which region is going home with the Olive Sonic Olives Max F Bear Spirit Gavel?
BBG, who's claiming the Anita Perlman Spirit Cup this year?
Will the Olives of Wisconsin please present to me the Max F Bear Spirit Gavel of AZA?
And will the B'nai B'rith Girls Girls of Argentina. Please present to me the Anita Perlman Spirit Cup.
Please welcome to the stage 2 of your IC 2019 Programming Administrative Assistants, Alex Schiff and Alicia Bold, and 4 of your IC 2019 Plenaries Administrative Assistants, Sophia Gleros, Tyler Richardson, BB Schaefer, and Denise Ojman, along with your 4 Operations Administrative Assistants, Dove Factor, Hannah Oppenheim, Aaron Green, and Rose Levine.
It's an inspiring time to be part of BBYO. Each time we gather, we celebrate how our movement is putting down new roots in communities across North America and around the world.
We are so lucky to have the gift of sharing AZA and BBG with more and more teens each day. And every year at IC, we get to celebrate our orders, breadth and depth, welcoming each of your delegations into our house for the week. So without further delay, it's time to get this party started. Let's begin the 2019 IC roll call.
Leading the way for our chapters, regions, councils, and countries, please welcome the 94th Grand Board of the All-Excited Gaulists.
And the 74th International Board of the Benabreth Girls.
We are proud to stand with our brothers and sisters from around the world with unconditional support. Their commitment to Judaism is inspiring, and we are honored to have them with us tonight.
Representing our members worldwide, we proudly present to you International Convention 2019's delegation.
Starting things off, our powerhouse in South America, please join us in welcoming Argentina!
For the first time in 30 years, we are thrilled to welcome back our mates from Australia!
Give it up for our friends in Austria!
Let's hear you yell for Belarus!
Get pumped for Big Apple Region!
It is our distinct honor to welcome Bosnia and Herzegovina!
Home to our very first international chapter ever, more than 80 years ago. Join us in welcoming Bulgaria!
We warmly welcome Central Region West!
Home of Shanghai AZA, originally founded in 1940. We are very proud to welcome the newest generation of BBYO in China! to welcome our chapter from Cuba.
For the first time at IC, give it up for Czech Republic.
Please welcome to the stage our dear friends, Denmark.
Let's hear a vibrant welcome from Eastern Canada.
We are overjoyed to introduce Eastern Dixie.
With joy, we present Eastern North Carolina.
We could not be more thrilled to give you Eastern Virginia.
Give it up for Estonia.
Make some noise for Evergreen.
Get on your feet as we bring out Georgia.
Our hearts are full as we welcome our friends from Germany.
With extended arms, we welcome Gold Coast.
Get hyped for Great Midwest.
Let's hear it for Greater Atlanta.
We eagerly present Greater Jersey Hudson River Central.
Come on out here, Greater Jersey Hudson River Northern!
With excitement, we welcome Hudson Valley.
Having just launched their second chapter, please welcome our friends from Hungary!
Please join us in bringing to the stage Kazakhstan.
We are elated to present Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio!
Get hyped for Keystone Mountain.
Stand up and make some noise for Lake Ontario!
We couldn't be more excited to welcome Latvia.
It is a pleasure to have liberty!
Let's hear those cheers for Lithuania.
We proudly present Lone Star!
We are thrilled to be joined by Macedonia.
Get on your feet for Manhattan!
Tripling its delegation size, we are pumped to present Mexico.
Give a warm welcome for Miami!
Make some noise as we celebrate Michigan.
With joy we present Mid-America Kansas City!
It is with great excitement that I present Mid-America North Star.
Get excited as we present Mid-America Omaha!
Help us welcome the amazing olives and BBGs of Mid-America St. Louis.
Green Serbia!
With great pride, we welcome Slovakia!
Let's hear it for South Jersey!
Home to 4 thriving chapters, please welcome Spain!
It wouldn't be an IC without our friends from Switzerland!
Home to 2 incredible chapters, Istanbul and Izmir. Join us in cheering for Turkey!
It is our honor to welcome our family from Ukraine!
With pride, it is our honor to welcome the United Kingdom and Ireland!
And of course, our amazing partners from Uruguay!
For the first time in over 17 years, we welcome once again the
And finally, we are proud to present Wisconsin!
Please welcome Jack Warshall of Greater Atlanta Region and Emily Char of Greater Jersey Hudson River Region.
ACA and BBG, esteemed guests and friends of BBYO, please join us as we now embrace our brothers and sisters from BBYO's sister movement in Israel, Maccabi Tzair. Joining Maccabi Tzair on stage is IC's scholar in residence, member of Knesset, Rachel Azaria. Over the past 7 years, Maccabi World Union and BBYO have become dear friends, joining together to build bridges between tens of thousands of Jewish teens around the world and their Israeli peers.
This summer, hundreds of BBYO members will travel to Israel with passport to learn, explore, and connect. As they do on every visit to Israel, they will spend time with Maccabi Tzair as brothers and sisters.
Maccabi Tzair, it brings us so much joy to have you here, to know your leaders as our shlichim, and to have your staff lead our journeys throughout Israel. Knowing you as friends and loving you as family makes the work we're doing to strengthen Israel and the Jewish people as a whole an even greater blessing.
May we always be able to proclaim the ancient declaration of Am Yisrael Chai for countless of generations to come.
BBYO, please rise and join us in the Israeli delegation in the national anthem of the Jewish people, the Hatikvah.
Please welcome 3 of your IC 2019 Plenary Administrative Assistants, Noah Portnoy, Lily Peters, and Jason Blum to the stage.
What a night. Our movement has so much to be thankful for.
As you've heard this evening, the past year has been filled with incredible success, unprecedented growth, and countless heartwarming moments for our BBYO family and the world at large.
The last year has also pushed us to reaffirm our Jewish values, to commit to taking action, and reclaim our common humanity with moments and movements that are fighting for much needed change.
Whether we were on video calls or FaceTimes, in basements and backyards, in JCCs or synagogues, in hotel ballrooms, on the beaches of Tel Aviv, or under the lights of the Perlman tree. Moment after moment, we decided that we could offer the world a way forward. We determined that it was our turn.
We promised that last year would be the start of big things, and it's clear that with every program we planned, every hour we served, and every phone call we made, that we've changed lives and influenced history. As long as we did it together, we knew we could be the leaders we were seeking. This is our movement, our world, our turn to lead.
As we get ready to write the next chapter of BBYO's history, let's take one last look back on the year we've had, together as one, forever united as one crew.